I think at this rate, you all will have to put me on the monthly income salary. All of you business owners that want to travel from Cameroon to Nigeria, you all should form your WhatsApp group and just be chipping in every month for me, because the amount of messages I've received from Cameroonians who want to travel to Nigeria to buy stuff. If I was taking this as a business, as in your official plug, I'm sure I'll be making so much money. So in today's video, I'm going to be addressing all your concerns, because a girl has to maximize her time. So I'm just going to use this video to shoot 10 birds at once, because I don't have the energy nor the power to start typing and responding to each person repeatedly asking me the same questions over and over again. So in this video, I'm going to be spilling out the tea, telling you everything you need to know or consider before you make that move of making a business trip from Cameroon to Nigeria to go and buy goods for your business. Having said that, let's just get right into the video. Now, those of you who want to travel to Nigeria to go and buy goods, you're in different sectors. Maybe you're dealing with fabrics, you're dealing with hair, you're dealing with skincare, like whatever kind of product you want to buy, just watch till the end. Now, the first thing I want you to know is, if you plan to travel from Cameroon to Nigeria to go and buy your business stuff, whatever sector you are in, first of all, you have to know, like, people come to me asking me, I want to go to Lagos to buy this, where should I buy it? I'm like, kilo day. I'm just like, make it make sense. Lagos is so big. It is so big. If you want to go to if you want to buy a particular product, you should do your research. Don't come and put that weight on me to come and now do your research for you to find out the market, where the market is found in Lagos for you to buy whatever you're selling. No. Please, let's just be on our guard on this social media platform, because you're not going to put that burden on me to start searching for the market for you. At least put in some efforts. Let me even see that you're even trying. So the first thing is, you have to research the market in particular you want to go to. Lagos is so big, and everything that you want to buy has its market where it is sold relatively cheaper. Now, you can obviously find hair in every market, but there is a particular market that is known that, okay, if you go to this area, this is where they sell human hair in bulk or whatever, or braiding mesh, like hair to braid, rasta and everything. If that's the kind of business you're into, there are particular markets that you know that, okay, if you go there, you're going to find them. They sell them there in bulk, wholesale price, so it's going to favor you, rather than going to a wrong market and still buying the products there, but buying it at a more expensive price, right? That's the first thing you have to know. Please find out the market you want to go and buy from. People have come to me asking me, between Onitsha and Lagos, which one is cheaper? I do not know. I cannot compare prices. I hear that Lagos is cheaper than Onitsha. I really do not know. If Nigerians are watching me in this video, please leave it down in the comment section. Is Lagos cheaper than Onitsha? I've heard Lagos is cheaper because it's like the economic capital. Just like Douala here, I mean, you'll find a lot of things cheaper in Douala compared to other prices. Now, the second thing you want to find out is, when you have known the market you want to go to, it will determine your accommodation, how you choose the place you stay at. Because you don't want to go and choose where to stay is at this end, the market you're going to is at this other end. I mean, the two would not just be easy for you to maneuver. So you want to actually do your research right from Cameroon, find out the market you want to go to. Then you start looking for accommodations that are around there, or a place that will be easier for you. Maybe, for example, you have to go to 3 or 4 markets. You'll find like a Carrefour to stay at a place that is like a roundabout, where it's easier for you to get cars going to all the 4 different markets you plan on going to. Just like, let me say, Half Mile Limbe or Rond Point Daido. Like, we all know Rond Point Daido in Cameroon. Like, it's easier for you to take a bike to go to whichever corner you're going to in Douala. So you want to find like accommodation around that kind of area so that it will ease your movement up and about. But if you're going to just one particular market, then you could find accommodation that is close to the market, because remember, you're going to buy goods and you don't want to now go and have big bags of goods and then you start having to pay so much money to transport it from the market, which is at this end, to where you're staying, which is at this other end. It will cost you so much. The next thing you want to actually plan is how you plan to pay for the goods you're going to buy. Now, if you're going there for business, obviously you are going there to buy in bulk, so you're not going there to buy something for like maybe 5,000 naira or 10,000 naira. You'll probably be buying for like hundreds of thousand naira. A lot of people avoid changing their franc CFR to naira, carrying like 500,000 naira or 1 million naira on their body. It is so much money. I mean, you all know how Nigerian money is. If you want to carry 1 million, it's gonna be a lot of money on you, right? It's not like Cameroon, France, CFA, where I can literally carry 1 million on this my body as I'm sitting here and nobody is going to know like I'm even carrying something, right? So I know that it has been like a cause of concern to people who want to travel, like, oh, how do I do to pay the people in the market? Imagine you want to change 1 million francs CFA to naira. It's so much money. Or 500,000 francs CFA to naira, right? It's so much money in naira. So you want to calculate that well ahead of time. Now, to solve this problem, I will suggest that you go to somebody who is very, very trustworthy. Here in Cameroon, these people will deal with sending money to Nigeria, exchanging money, right? I have a person who is very, very trustworthy. Like, if I text him now like this, if I'm shooting this video and I even say, let me prove to you people that he's trustworthy, and I text him a message now, he'll reply me in at most 5 minutes. I've not seen a man that is as sharp as this man, and he's so reliable. He's not those kind of people that you give the money and then they'll start giving you stories. He's so reliable. So these are the kind of people you want to find somebody here in Cameroon who deals with exchanging money, sending money to Nigeria and all of that. So you hand him over like the money for your business. If you want to buy for like 500,000 or 1 million, you're going to give him the money the day before you travel, and you'll be like, okay, when I get to Nigeria, I'm going to test. That's why I say somebody trustworthy. Don't give your money to somebody that when you're in the market and you now want to buy the goods, the person starts telling you the Queen's English. I thought that, did not thought that. Furthermore, in addition to that, more so, you did not say like all of those kind of English. You don't even want to put yourself in that kind of position, right? So you find somebody who is trustworthy, you give the money to the person, and then when you get to Nigeria, I mean, you just carry just little cash on you. You change it at the border so that when you get to Nigeria, you can be paying your transportation, your small like your feeding and everything, but the bulk of the money he's going to do the bank transfer. Because first of all, Nigerians don't even like when you want to now go and buy something for 1 million, you give them 1 million cash. How is that even possible? So the person will now waste the entire time in the market to be counting that money, because they have to count it, right? It's so time consuming for them. I mean, just something that I went to buy in the market and it costed like 200,000. She had to count over and over, and there were customers standing and waiting for her to finish counting the money so she could attend to them. And she was grumbling even while counting the money, and she was like, now why be this I not like to they receive cash, right? It's time consuming for them to start calculating, counting the money. Meanwhile, you could just wire them transfer and everybody will be happy. So once you do that, when you get to the market, you're finished buying your goods, you just text the person in Cameroon, like saying, you ask for the sellers, the vendor's number, account number, right? So you just send the message to the person. I even think before you go to the market, you should alert the person here in Cameroon and tell the person, okay, I'm on my way to the market. Maybe in like 30 minutes or 1 hour, you should really be close to your phone, because I'll need you to do the transfer, right? Just so that you're safe. You don't put yourself in that situation where the person is like, I did not know you were in the market, I was not online, and all those kind of stories. So once you buy what you want to buy, you just text the person the vendor's account number and name, and the person wires the money to them. Once the seller confirms they have received the money, you pack your goods and you go. That story has ended for you. Now, if you have trust issues, I know that some people do have trust issues. I mean, not everybody can be trusted with money. That's why I started off this point by saying, find somebody whom you can really trust with money, because you know that money not the only thing. We no get friend, you no get mommy, you no get papa. I think money brings problems to no matter how close you are. Money has brought problem between husband and wife, brother and sisters, twins. I mean, you all know it, right? So you find somebody who is very, very trustworthy. If you have trust issues, the next option for you is you have to find somebody in Nigeria who can do the transfer for you when you go to the market. Now, I don't know how you want to maneuver this situation, assuming that it's your first time to go to Nigeria, right? You haven't made any contacts yet in Nigeria. You haven't made any friends yet in Nigeria. It's going to be somehow tricky for you. But if you have been to Nigeria before, this is like your second time going, you must have made contacts and you have friends or something like that. So you can just send them the money from here in Cameroon to their account. So once you get to Nigeria, maybe you guys can go to the market together and the person does the transfer there, or while the person is in the house, the person does the transfer. Anyhow you want to do to maneuver that situation is left to you, but these are the options that are available to you if you're going to buy in bulk. Now, the next thing I want you to also have in mind when you go there shopping is that the money you pay to transport those goods to reach to Cameroon is no joke. I feel like a lot of people who go to Nigeria to buy, they are not aware of this part, right? They just have at the back of their mind that, oh, things are cheap in Nigeria. So they just go knowing that, okay, they'll buy for like half the price they'll buy in Cameroon, and that's it. They'll just carry the things, put in the car, and then the car will just reach, and then everything will just be like this. Sasayo, sasayo. Soft work, soft work. What I ordered versus what you receive. If you're going to Nigeria, you should have in mind that you're going to spend money to transport those goods to Cameroon. Now, imagine you have like 2 big bags of fabrics or whatever you went there to go and buy, hair, whatever. Imagine you have to transport that to Cameroon. Everybody will try to charge you. Everybody will try to get money from you because, I mean, they know that it's business. And once they see the goods, they assume that you have spent hundreds of thousands. So they will not like, you obviously have 50,000 to give them than for them to confiscate your goods worth hundreds of thousands, right? That's how they calculate it. So when you're planning to go and buy your goods in Nigeria, right, you should keep some money aside for the transportation. And mind you, Naira is like this. They will call you amount in Naira. You will not just understand your head. Somebody can charge you over 60,000 Naira just to transport your goods. Yes, it's possible. So you have to bear that in mind. Imagine you go to the park, you're just going just with your transport fare for your head, and you're assuming that you will not pay for the goods. You go and get embarrassed there. So I want you to actually factor that in your plans, that you're going to spend some money, some good money, to transport those goods to wherever you're going to, right? From Nigeria to Cameroon. Now, how much you will spend is relative. I cannot give you a static price and tell you that, oh, for 1 bag of goods you will spend this, for 2 bags you will spend this. I cannot say that because they are going to charge you as per the quantity, one, and secondly, the content of the bags. Now, there are some things that are considered contraband in Cameroon, but we still go and buy them in Nigeria and bring. You all know contraband stuff. Like, I cannot start naming the things here. You can go up and check up the list of contraband items, or somebody who knows can be kind enough to help us in the comment section and just leave all the contraband items. But whatever you're going to buy, you should be aware of the product you're going to buy, right? That will help you factor in the money you will spend to transport it. If you're transporting contraband, it will charge you like a little more money than somebody who is transporting maybe things that are not contraband. Transporting your goods is a big deal. The money you spend from Lagos to Ecom to transport those goods, Ecom is just there sitting and looking at you and laughing like, you come and meet me here. That is where they will charge you, because you have to cross the border, and at the border you have custom, like you have different mixed control at that border. So you actually spend. The good thing is that you have to negotiate the price with the driver before you guys kick off from Ecom. So because they have made connects on that road, they'll be able to they'll be the ones doing the settling. And I think that is cheaper for you if you negotiate with the driver and let him do the settling for you. Because if you by yourself, you don't want to negotiate with the driver, I know that some people are, I don't know how to say it, a penny wise, a pound foolish, as my mom will always say. you're trying to make done like you don't want anybody to cheat you. Oh, I'm smart, I'm all of that, and then you want to do the negotiations yourself. Please, that's not something wise for you to do, because you will spend so much money if you want to go and start doing the negotiations by yourself when crossing that border. Because one, they do not know you, they are going to charge you anyhow, nobody is there to pity you. I mean, you will spend. So the best thing I can advise you is that agree to make the price with your driver right from Ecom before you guys kick off, so that you hand him over the money. He's the one who goes about doing the settlement, because he has connects there. I mean, they have a way that they roll on that road, they understand themselves, right? So that's the best option for you to save yourself from stress, because I've seen cases where somebody wanted to meet, like, no, the driver overcharged her for what even? Where is the distance from Ecom to Ekok? I mean, it's a very short distance, 1 hour max, like 30 minutes to 1 hour distance. And the person's like, oh no, for which distance? It's too much money. I'll go and be settling myself even. What's there? It's not just to just pay. At the end of the day, she regretted, she cried. I mean, they almost held her there for the entire 24 hours. Like, that driver left her there, went there and did like 2 other trips, and still came and met her there before he decided to intervene for her, right? So you don't want to find yourself in that kind of a situation. Please, 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 please make your arrangements with the driver right from Ecom before you cross, because they're going to spend some money on that road. And once you get to Ekok as well, there is also custom at Ekok. That's one thing you all don't know. There is custom at Ekok. So if you have made a good relationship with the driver, if you have a good relationship with the driver, he'll be able to tell you that, oh no, let me not stop here to put down your goods here, because there is custom here. Let's go ahead and put it down this way. I mean, and all of those kind of things, right? So that's why you need to be friendly on that road. That road is not nobody's friend for you to go and be claiming, I know my rights. I know, like, I want to hoard money to myself and everything. Be very friendly with them. If you're very nice to those drivers, they will help you. Like, they will really, really help you. They will carry your goods from Ecom, cross it over, and they'll look for a safe place where they can put it, so that custom doesn't come and like start charging you all over. But if you have made them your enemy, they'll just carry it and just go. Once they just cross the border, after all, you pay them just to cross, right? They will just go and leave it at the park, and then they will turn their cars and go there, because they do not owe you anything. And at that park, where there is a warehouse where they keep goods, custom is always there. They will now come and charge you again. So that's one thing I want you to know. Now, another option for you to cross to Ekok when you're at Ecom is using African. If you have load to carry, like if your luggages are just too many, you have bags and bags and bags of goods you bought, it's going to be expensive for you. This is where African has come now to make life easy for people who come to Nigeria to buy, because they have their buses in Ecom. They leave on Wednesdays and Saturdays. So if you go to Lagos to go and buy, you should make your program. If you know that you have like bags and bags and bags and bags, many bags, you should just arrange your program so that you get to Ecom the day before African is leaving, right? So that you can follow them. Because the advantage of African is that they have like these high buses, what the Nigerian people will call luxury buses, what we will call 70-seaters and all of that. So they have space under where they can put bags and bags and bags, right? But if you have so many bags and you want to go with a small car, those cars that cross the border, you literally have to like charter the car, because they'll put bags and bags and you have to pay for the entire car, right? So if you have so many luggages that you have bought of things, you should consider going with Africans. Now, if you watch my last video where I mentioned that African is actually reaping us some money when going to Nigeria, in this case, when coming back to Cameroon, African is a lifesaver when coming back to Cameroon, because from Ecom, the money you will pay from Ecom to Boya, you will pay 50,000 francs, right? And they don't change any car, like they'll just carry you from Ecom straight to Boya. You have no headache. You don't go down to show ID cards anyway. Like, it's such a smooth ride. The only place you go down is at the border, and they are the ones who have taken care of the controls and everything. Now, if you have so many bags to transport, they can charge you like a little bit above 50k depending on your bags, but I would think it's still fair enough, because that 50,000, if you're supposed to pay that money, like you want to cross by yourself and then get to Ekok, the money that the drivers at Ekok will charge you to get to Boya, those drivers on that road are not playing, no. they are not laughing, as in their teeth is not out, because they know that everybody coming from Nigeria, especially when they see you with goods, they know that you're a market person. I mean, it's business you're doing, right? You have bought stuff and you obviously make profits, so they too want to rip you off. All of us must enjoy from that profit you're about to make from those goods, right? That's the mentality there. So those drivers at ECOC, they're not laughing. They will charge you 60,000, 65,000 to transport those goods to Boya, and then they're not there to debate with you. If you don't want, they'll just leave you. Like, there are so many bags there to be carried, luggages, people sending things here and there. So they're even like, if you don't want, they'll just leave you aside and go and be carrying their other load. Like, their cars are always fully loaded when going to Boya. So that's what I'm saying. If you have so many bags, it will be very, very cost effective for you to use Africom at Ecom. You could use other agencies from Lagos or Onitsha, whatever, wherever you went to go and buy. Once you get to Ecom, use Africom to cross, because it'll be way cheaper for you. I mean, they save you from a lot of stress, a whole lot of stress. You have bought the entire Nigeria and you want to come back with the entire Nigeria to Cameroon, you should consider that option. But if you have maybe like 1 or 2 bags that you just bought, you can go by the normal way. That will be cost effective for you. I hope you get the drift, right? Okay, so the next thing that you want to also know, or you should know when traveling that road, like when you come to buy goods, is that however you're planning your trip, right, you should make sure that your trip doesn't fall like before it goes down. I mean, if you're a Cameroonian, you go to Nigeria to go and buy goods, it means that obviously you know what's happening in our country, right? You know that ghost town days, that Manfred road, they don't walk on that Manfred road, like cars don't move on that road, right? So you want to plan your trip in such a way, because you're going for a business trip, it's not for luxury trip. You don't have money to be wasting about, to be paying hotel. Imagine you don't plan very well, or you don't do your research, and then you go to Nigeria to go and buy, and then you want to come and cross, and I'll tell you that it's ghost town, 1 week ghost town. It means you have to stay at Ecom for 1 whole week. Imagine you do not budget for that. You have to be paying hotel bill for 1 whole week. Imagine that. Imagine 50,000 times 7 days. Imagine the money is going to give you, right? So that's one thing you want to consider yourself. Plan your trip in such a way that it doesn't fall before any goes down. Please, please, please. This point is so important, because it's going to save you so much money. Aside from hotel bills, when you go to Ecom, like it's a ghost town, especially a long stretch of ghost town. Now, I'm not talking about the Monday ghost town. You also have to consider that, so that if you don't want to sleep 1 extra night in Ecom, you should consider and plan your trip in such a way that you escape that Monday ghost town. Maybe you are getting to Ecom that Monday, then the next day you're crossing over, or you're getting to Ecom that Tuesday and you're just crossing over, right? You should consider that particular part, because cars don't go on that road on Mondays. So once you know that, you're aware of that, you also want to consider that the fact that when it's a long stretch of ghost town, maybe 1 week goes down or 2 weeks goes down, when they open the borders, right, things become super expensive, because there has not been like inflow and outflow of things between both countries, right? For example, petrol. We all know that Nigerian petrol is cheaper in Cameroon, and that's what most of these drivers use. What we call funge is way cheaper compared to the filling stations, right? So when they lock those borders and it's 1 week goes down or 2 weeks goes down, there is no inflow and outflow like that, right? So petrol cannot really enter into the town, so everything becomes more expensive for you, right? Transportation will become more expensive. They'll charge you ×2 of what they will normally charge you, because they will say they are now buying petrol at a more expensive price. So maybe if you're supposed to pay 30,000, they'll now charge you 60,000, because there is no petrol. So that's what I'm saying. You should actually plan yourself so well, so that you don't find yourself in that kind of situation where you want to cross, your bought goods and you want to cross, and then they are just opening the borders from like a long stretch of ghost town, maybe 1 week or 2 weeks. It's going to be so heavy for you, because prices are going to like double. This is me giving you first-hand information, experience, for free. I mean, who else can do this for you if not me? It's only me. Na me fair enough for you. Not that I deserve a thank you in the comment section, because your favorite business consultant will not give you all these nitty-gritties that I'm giving you. If anything, I mean, you're going to spend 500,000 in Nigeria, I deserve at least 20k. Make I take whole body first. You should just momo me some money, say, thank you for saving me, because imagine if I did not give you all this information and then you go and get stuck in Ecom and you have to spend extra 1 week there or so, or you do not budget for the amount of money you will spend for transportation and everything. Reason it. Just reason it. So I think once you get to Boya, once you have crossed from Ekok to Boya, it will be easier for you to now go to wherever you're going to in Cameroon, right? You can easily maneuver that because you're in your country, your mouth can pass, you know how things run here, you can easily fight for yourself. But when you're in another man's land, there's a way you're compacting yourself. You don't even you're just so scared that you should not overrun your mouth here, and then the worst comes and happens, and then now something you have nobody to call, right? So yes, I'm going to end there. Once you get to Boya, you will now figure your way to whichever part of Cameroon you're going to, right? I know this video has helped you. Go in the comment section and say thank you, teacher Carol. On my end, I have come to the end of this video. With these few points of mine, I hope I'll be able to make you understand that business is not for the faint-hearted. Traveling to Nigeria, making a business trip to Nigeria is not child's play. It's not for the faint-hearted. If you have not gathered yourself, tied your bed, tied your heart, that trip will just break you down. You'll be like, nobody told me this. You will see some level of shege that you will say, this business like this, let me just go to my father's house. Thank you so much for watching till this point. Please, if you haven't subscribed, for the free business consultation I have given you, I deserve for you to subscribe, right? Please hit the subscribe button, turn on post notification bell so that YouTube notifies you each time I post a video. You can come here to watch and support your girl, right? Give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you unfailingly by the help of God on my next one. Bye. Now, if you watched my last video, I mentioned there that coming to Nigeria or going... Why do I keep saying coming to Nigeria like I'm in Nigeria? God. Are you saying something? Am I supposed to be in Nigeria? Or you actually... Where? Maybe not to have the talk. Flies everywhere like this, God. Which kind of life is this? Small video that somebody wants to make, and the person should even look nice. Flies. Which kind of wahala like this? Hey, see something. Hey, bad God. I go do the fly then I wait here.